was just talking away, telling you about our day,
and now we're not live.
No, we are live. It's delayed.
Oh.
I promise.
Okay.
Look at our little...
Oh, now we are.
I told you, my darling.
Okay.
See, look at this little watermark. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool? We did that a long time ago. Okay. Let's see. You guys, he only knows about the 20-second version of it because we've been busy all day. I knew that there was some sort of stream, but oh my gosh, when I started getting the clips, but 2 of them have already popped off. I'm going to get them fixed. Y'all, oh my gosh, the clips that I've seen. Now listen, it is that time for me of the month. So I've been crying about everything, has nothing to do with YouTube, Sean, family, pets, nothing. I cried at a commercial today, which led me to cry about other things. And then it was just a cry fest. So my eyes, Sean goes, he immediately knew. He was like he came home, he goes, are you tired? I said, no, I'm not tired. He was like, you look like you're like, and I was like, oh.
I said, the haters are going to say that you're all fucked up.
I was like, all fucked up. Go get your thing off
my Bronze Star.
Yes. Okay. We're not going to spend a terribly long time on that.
But I want to speak on it because this is where I get to tell you guys I told you so.
Well, I don't even think that they believed it. Hello. Yes, share this out, you guys, if you will. It's over here on that shelf.
It's on this one.
No, it's over there. Where he is going. Hey, everybody, he's going to speak on it. What we're not going to do is spend a whole lot of time on that young man that gave his life for us. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. But I thought she was going to go get the whole little box and everything.
Which box?
Your actual Bronze Star.
Oh, I can.
This is a Bronze Star. But you're going to get to see the real Bronze Star.
Oh, this.
Yes. And then, to show that, I guess, I don't go move it over. I just was like, okay. So, here's that. Go ahead and show the other.
It's a delay. Move that all the way over.
Move it over. What do you mean? Like that? Because you want to see your pretty face?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's because you want to see your pretty face, then there you go. You want. Oh, thanks, Nether Channel One. Not just cry.
All right, that's good enough. Thanks a lot.
Yes, and then here's this. And then
hey Carlos, did you see Scam Heifer's dry with that interview? The audio was all. No, I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah.
We'll get right into it. I haven't seen anything. But yesterday I didn't blog about it, but I did. Yesterday my phone was blowing up. We had real world stuff going on in my family at my parents' house. My dad had a medical procedure, so I didn't really care anything that was going on. But I guess,
yeah.
I guess it was kind of crazy, and
I guess, yeah.
I guess that
I didn't watch, to be honest with you, 1 second of that chat.
That there was 15. It's got to be the 15th or 16th time the story's been told, and guys, about once every year or so, I've got to speak on it, right? I understand that somebody's over there who's been live streaming for 9 hours. This is what happened. Sam Telfer doesn't care about Trisha. Doesn't care about anything about that girl. If she cared about, if Sam cared about Trisha, they would have had that stream on Trisha's channel. So Trisha could get the numbers, and Trisha could get the super chats, and Sam got her numbers, and her whole idea was to get at me and get at you. That's all she wanted. No one was going to get with Sam and say, that this is going to gas Trisha up to the point where she's going to go live for 24 hours straight. And after about the first 9 or 10 people that come into Trisha's chat and go, oh, I'm so sorry what happened. I too have had, she's just going to blow them off and talk about herself.
I'm sorry about that. Anyways.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but this is about me. I
love it when she's balling and then she gets a super chat. Thank you.
Sam Telfer doesn't care a thing about Trisha nor Trisha's mental health. Okay, let's just get that out there. You guys see and know and have seen it before what's going to happen to her. And at the end of the day, nothing happened to me. So you have, how many ever people were in there? How many people did she have in there to watch
when she pulled your old files out, she got up there about 170 people or so.
Oh, I'm talking about yesterday's thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Sam got her people.
Did she use our backdrop for some of it?
I heard
Somebody was telling me that she took our ATX Tomahawk backdrop. And is this mine?
Well, you can look at the chat with it. Oh, you don't need to.
I don't. But where did I put mine? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So, Angela wishes she was white.
Time traveler.
I can't even with Angela. She's not worth the time to say her name. So the other thing, today is April the 15th. Evita happened on April the 16th.
So this is kind of a fitting thing. Right. Just so you know, Josh said, Mandy, I cried all day too. My eyes feel heavy as hell too. It's like a free sleeping pill. It takes up so much energy.
Yeah, it takes up a lot.
At the end of the day, it says she is validated now. Okay.
Is she really streaming us? She's such a weirdo. But so we've covered the Bronze Star, that he's not a Cav Scout. What unit were you in with Iraq?
I was second Cav.
There you go.
Second Cav.
Okay, so
right here, guys.
When you keep saying that he was a nothing but a public affairs officer.
Here's the thing, though, and I appreciate the energy on that. I mean, I appreciate, but the thing is like, who cares what I did? Who cares what I did in the military? I spent 23 years doing it. I did my time overseas. I retired honorably. I get a pension every month, and the VA compensates me as well. I did that well.
And this never goes well when she goes for a service.
No.
It never, ever, ever goes well for her, because even the people that hate her, Sam likes to say the stolen valor.
Sam, but I'm going to beat this to a pulp all stream long, that Sam does not care about Trisha. She cared about getting people.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Montana.
Thank you, Montana.
Oh my goodness!
If somebody is streaming our stream right now, you have just caused them to have an aneurysm.
That's awesome, Montana. That's going to take us to Colorado.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it to Montana, but we're going to make it to Colorado.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Really, for real. Thank you so much. I won't cry about this. I don't have any tears left. Anyway, go ahead. It went from the Pampers wipes commercial to and then by the time it was all said and done, I'm like just crying, and it feels good.
So what do we do? What now?
Okay, anyway,
am I supposed to come here and go, we're still here. We're still here. I still have my job. I still have everything. That's it. I'm gonna take a page out of Shannon's book now.
And how about for the people that like to post screenshots saying that about not wanting a dirty mattress of your daughter's?
I
wish I could share this.
I'm gonna touch on that, because I think it's prudent, because I have to defend my wife and defend my daughter. But first, I want to take a page out of Shannon's book. And Shannon said, guys, before you get mad at old Sam Telfer right now for going after Sean the way that she is, just remember, when she's concentrating on Sean, and this is what she said when Trisha used to do it. Once if she's concentrating all her energy on Sean, then she's not fucking with anybody else. So thank you, Sean. That's
Carlos. You're right about that. That picture that she took a picture of her black hole, because she supposedly sent it to Sean to ask Sean if that was a hemorrhoid. Sean's never seen that picture because it's not very old. There's dress that she's in it corresponds to another picture that she whatever that that circulated, and God, nobody wanted to see it. But anyway, Carlos is saying
she gonna be big mad.
Carlos is talking about the fact that she has it or whatever, and Sam said she wanted to see it.
Oh my God!
So go to Pornhub. You can.
Real quick, I want to go ahead and address the things.
We have that. We can show the pictures.
First of all, the
Hi, baby.
The text that Sam's putting up, right, were given to her by Angela. Angela, who defends her expunged DUI by claiming that she had a second DUI, not the one with her son in the car. So right off the bat, we're talking about a real moron. Also, she doesn't like to tell the whole context of the story. I'm going to right now. And those of you that like or have respect for my first wife, Jessica, I'm sorry that I'm going to say this because I'm just going to clear the air about anything that Mandy may have typed about my daughter. You guys know that 2 Julys ago, Mandy and I got into this place, and we opened the place up. We opened this bedroom up for my daughter to come live here. And the date that she was going to move in was going to be July 25th. We moved in here like right after the 4th of July weekend. And so she was slowly moving stuff over, this and that. But it got to the end of the day, they were getting thrown out of the house that they were in. The landlord, for whatever reason, decided he wasn't going to renew the lease, and so they had to be out by a certain day, and that was the 25th of July.
Like that, yeah.
Jessica, at this point, I believe she was already in Ecuador. That's where she is now. She left. So what we started noticing when the stuff was coming into the house is that there was an odor. And the odor was from the stuff that was being brought into the house. Not from my daughter, not anything except for her belongings and the stuff she brought in. So I decided, I have the pictures.
I was going to say, I would put the pictures.
I mean, I don't want to put them up now. I can show one. And this,
I'll catch up on the chat too, I promise. This is just an example of how she had been.
This is how she was living. Let me go back to it.
I have it, but I can't. She's an adult. Let's make that clear to you at this point.
We just celebrated her 22nd birthday last week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you one picture. After 2020.
Literally, when we walked into this house,
I cried.
We both.
We broke down. I mean, it
was that bad.
I'm going to show you one room when I can get to it. I think this was the room. That was her room.
At the end of the day, I'm striking her for more than just that.
This is what the room looked like. If you guys can see it. You guys see that?
A little bit. Move it. This is the camera right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Okay. Bring it up. I think they can see it. Bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. Okay.
That was her room.
So that was
Well, that might have been Jessica's room. Anyway, that's one of the rooms. I think they can see that. Can you guys see that? Okay.
It's just delayed. They'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
What part is that? The kitchen?
No, that was one of the bedrooms.
That was one of the bedrooms?
Okay.
Show the garage. Show the garage.
Okay. Well,
He loves Roller Girl. I can confirm that. Hey, Truth or Lies, NNC. Hello, Colleen. Let me catch up, Holly.
That's the garage.
Let's hold it a little bit longer this time. So this is the garage where there's piles of mattresses and trash. And there was a young lady and her mother until her mother left living there.
So, and the reason, and again, people that know my first wife and know the family. Anyway, stuff was starting to, it didn't smell good. So I took a trip over there. They were already, there was nobody that was in the house anymore. And you can tell that someone had gone and cleaned out most of it.
Yeah.
And I just was able to open the door and take a look around. And then I understood
why you were never able to get in.
Why I was never allowed to go over there. My daughters fiercely protect their mother, and I respect that. So I went over there and I saw it, and apparently there was no power in it for like the last 3 weeks that she was there.
I don't know how she stayed.
I don't know.
I do not know how she did it.
what you have from Angela is she's posting Mandy text, whom she thought was a friend, and she didn't post the whole context. She just would post part of it.
It looked like they were pasted together.
Yeah, pasted, and Mandy was like, "Oh my Lord, it was like animals lived over there." That's the short version, and that's what you guys need to know. There it is.
And anybody who trusts that she's going to keep your shit private, thank you.
Yeah.
She's not.
So anyone who's ever trusted Angela, that's what you can expect to have happen. Yeah. So,
yeah, and you're e-begging for food and stuff for dogs. She can't take care of. No, she's talking about. There's some about her.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, there's about how many dogs are over there now getting into fights. The good thing is Bear is still apparently with Becca and doing okay from the last I heard. Things are wonderful. I know y'all don't want us to do that craziness. And if you want to talk about my itching day, look, I got hives right here. So you're going to see me itch because I've got hives right here. I've got hives on my back.
So
I went to pick up trash in the woods.
Between hives and that time of the month,
like, you know what? It felt good to I don't normally cry with my parents. I don't get emotional. Like some girls do. So it did kind of feel good. Hey, Tragic. Hey, Paula. It did feel kind of good to just have a cry because sometimes your mood stabilizer does keep you crying.
Right.
But I tell you what, the time of the month pushed straight through it. They said mood stabilizer, get the fuck out of the way.
We see you, Moxie. Moxie says, "Hey, you guys, love you." Just pick up a new wrist brace. Oh, okay. You can see it right here.
Yes. Yeah, Angela no bueno.
Oh, hey, you got it, Tragic. I went.
Yeah. So anyway, Brainiac. It was April the 16th was Evita. We have decided we weren't going to have any sort of celebration about it because it's been 4 mother effing years. Mm-hmm. It was funny for the first couple of years, but now we're an old married couple. We're not celebrating the day y'all split anymore. That's just the reality of it. I have seen some of the stuff I have not shown Sean of stuff that she's doxed. It's nothing new.
But it's like what I said, before when they were putting this stream together, that they said that they're going to have this stream. And I was like, what was she going to have to say? She's got a news article that this person that liked her from Rhode Island wrote. Mm-hmm. So she's got a news article that had to be retracted because I didn't end up charged with it. I mean, I don't have a police record.
It was a domestic. It was a detention photo. Right. It wasn't a mug shot.
No, it wasn't.
No, I thought you said it was just a photo they took a detention photo.
Not at the detention center or anything.
No. The one that she shows is not a mugshot.
It was the Naval Police.
That's what I'm saying.
So, that's it.
Oh my gosh, Moxie!
Thank you, Moxie.
Thank you.
Every
so
time
much.
a super chat comes across, someone is losing another life over there.
And an angel gets his wings.
So besides the
so sweet.
Did she even show that old picture?
Oh yeah, she did.
So she's got a picture from 2012 when we were investigated in naval housing, and she was found to be the antagonist in that situation. So she takes that and then she tries to rope a different moment together, mm-hmm. and tries to rope them into this one big thing. But she's done that over and over and over again. So I don't know.
Hey, Mama Ricky.
What was different this time? Can anybody did anybody check it out? Did anybody watch it? What was different?
She literally does this every 9 months.
Yeah.
This is what I think happens. Okay, so Sean, I'm just reviewing streams today, old streams. We have her camera on a thing, and was reviewing streams and reacting to it. The ones that she was reacting to, Sean, you were the kindest. You had her back when she was telling a story about the Redcon one. No, hold on. The Redcon one on her wrist. She was getting teary up when she was going to say it. Take a deep breath and say it or whatever. You were like completely in every every clip that she showed, she couldn't say anything
She
about
doesn't get it.
because you had her back.
She doesn't get it.
Right.
She thought because because Sam Telfer had her on her channel, and I also understand that Sam was just kind of pulling it out of her, steering her and directing her, and
she would say, didn't you say? Didn't you
tell me this? Didn't you?
I did hear that she was prompting things that she said. Hey, my Presley, how are you?
Hey, Presley. So yeah, and for me, my family, your family, all the agencies that they've gone real life with, I have said to them, this has to do with my ex-wife. This is who it is that you guys, and all they have to do is watch Dr. Phil. They ran it again, like I think recently.
I think so, yeah.
And so what you're seeing right now, and any of this that you get, any texts, any emails, any phone calls, thank you, Sam. You just delivered yourself with Trisha in a 2-hour live stream. Was it 2 hours? That's beautiful.
Because the thing that Sam doesn't understand is your name is not connected with anything good.
Right. Neither of them.
I hate to tell you that. Your name, anybody, whether people are scared of you, intimidated you, don't care about you, think you're crazy, and in the instance of the lives of the families that you've gone real life, your name is connected to absolute crazy.
There's nothing honorable.
No.
And there's no. So what you basically got was the two biggest psychos that the drama community has ever known, and a lot of the world has ever known. There's two great big psychos together for one big shit show, and they focused on me to get to Mandy, but they focused on me, and guess what? I'm still here. I'm still the same. You got me 200 subs over on the Tomahawk channel, about 50 on ours, and there are people watching it tonight. That's all it is. There's nothing else.
Yeah. One of the clips that the person sent me was, she was like, she goes that she would laugh and be like, haha, you can't get hard. And I was like talking about, like, I guess that was some foreplay or whatever. It's just like, I'm like, who admits to that?
Right.
Who the fuck?
If a woman that
no, it wasn't low testosterone. He didn't.
So here's a little advice for anybody, especially if you're a woman or a man, that if you sit around and go, ha ha, my partner couldn't get hard. They didn't want to. That doesn't. They don't want to. It makes you look bad.
And when you talk about how huge it has to be for your liking, well, who have you been getting in the bed with? A rhinoceros? I've never understood that. Sorry, is that bothering you?
No, it's good.
I've never understood that when ladies do that. I want to get this guy it's got to be as big as a dude. Like, because why?
All right.
Don't you think? Like, it's disgusting. Presley.
So here we are.
Andy.
When did that?
Hold on 1 second. Presley, her husband's going through the process with the DA. I'm not going to put her business out there, but we're praying for you. Everybody, please say a prayer for Presley and her husband. Andy says, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. When somebody's parents hate them, it's a red flag, and their kids won't acknowledge them. It's just another. And wouldn't give Randy they wouldn't give Andy.
They wouldn't give Andy a link. Andy went in there. That's my cousin Andy that's here now. Went into the chat, and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, they won't let me send this message. Well, I don't know. It's weird that we. Okay.
It's up there.
I didn't want Presley to think we just moved on without. So that is would not give him a link, I guess, because he was talking about too much truth. And what was the other thing, Sean, that we heard? Oh, one of the clips, you didn't hear this, but one of the clips that she played today. Hold on, let me answer this. Did it be safe that they celebrated 4 years of being away from Sean? Are you kidding me? The past is the only content. Right. And she's got her day wrong. It's tomorrow. It was actually Evita, but that's okay. No, she was playing a clip of the infamous clip where Becca came in and the beast was sitting on the couch, and Becca comes in and says, something about, so you're packing to go wherever. Becca is like, when she goes, chores have to be done. And Becca goes, let's be real. Sean's the only one that does anything
Really?
around here. For real.
She said that on the live stream?
Yeah, I clipped it. And she said, Sean, and then something else like Sean is the only one. We can keep talking, but I'm gonna look for it because it was. They probably saw it. It was epic.
So, I was gonna do a vlog yesterday, and I said, no, let me sit on it, and let's not do it, because I was a little bit more animated yesterday, and all y'all that had jumped into my DMs. There's a couple of people that offered me platforms. I was going to do one tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to happen. That individual has a lot going on in their life too. It was pretty amazing what you guys checking in with me, saying how's it going, and I was completely oblivious to. I mean, I knew it was happening, but I didn't watch it. So the vlog that I was doing on the way home was a little bit excitable, and I said, nah, I'm not even going to give them that. They don't even deserve that. You know that if we don't clap back that night, the morning would start up with all kinds of tweets and community posts, and that's
You're
what Sam
exactly
did.
Right.
Sam, that's exactly what Sam did. You did it, Sam. You did your live stream, and nothing has changed. Once again, nobody's been hurt. Nobody's been fired. Nobody's scared. And you, the psycho that she is, has got together with the other psycho, and it's a lore. I mean, it's going to be legendary.
Y'all are the stuff legends are made of.
They are. You guys need to have, like, I say that Sam and Trisha should have a collab.
Right.
We could call it the boring room.
That's cool.
The boring
That's
room.
what they used to call us when we were people who didn't like us or whatever. This one. I won't be able to find it, but
hey, Draft Horse Diva.
I'll post it later.
We are.
I know,
Moxie, and that's what I was trying to. There's a little part of me that was like, I wonder if they put something together. I wonder, they've got to have some kind of smoking gun, or they got to have they got to have something, and they did. Sam just really thinks that because of her chamber of people, that little vacuum that she's created, she really, really thinks that on YouTube, outside of the drama community, people give a fuck about her, and that she's got people, I guess, paying her bills. I guess that's what this is. I guess she has to pay her bills, and
But that's what we were saying, Andy. It says, Andy said, did anybody notice how obvious the lies were? They should have been rehearsed. It is impossible for Trisha to commit her attention to anything long enough. I'm sure Sam wanted to, like, let's do a couple of dry runs. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's right. There was no way anybody can sit her down and go, look at me, and this is what we're going to say. This is how you're going to say it. I knew that wasn't going to be That wasn't going to happen.
Hey, Penny, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah,
hey, Penny.
It's just never like, okay, we did the first 1 year, even went and did something the first year of Vivita, second year. After that, okay, it ain't so funny anymore. I mean, it's whatever. We're together. We're whatever. But hey, you've been 9 hours talking about Sean, girlfriend. 9 hours.
Tragic's like Scam is doing the same thing to us. She gasses up these morons to make money. That's right. Even if she ends up looking bad, she does not care. You're right. I mean, she'll target family because she has no family. I think when you have those two morons who don't have any family around them at all, they think that if they target other families, that families are as weak as theirs have been. And it's just, look, Andy is right here. He's my cousin. He is right in the chat.
They had a kiss cover band.
We sure did.
It didn't go anywhere.
No.
But that's okay. Yeah.
And Andy says, I love a good fight. I guess, yeah.
And the thing also, oh, look, we got more light when you did that. Yeah, 9 hours of a narcissistic liar.
And I knew that
but how
at
can
the
you
end of the
talk
day,
about yourself for 9 hours? I couldn't talk.
She's waiting for everybody since she's vindicated. She's waiting for people to just come on in and just give her money.
And say what? Good luck.
She doesn't understand that you have to foster relationships.
Yeah.
You have to dialogue with people. You have to get out of that bathtub, literally and figuratively. It can't be shallow, confining, and awkward all the time. What's he doing? Is he breaking?
Stealing milk bones.
So look at him. Y'all hear that in the background? Our cat is
those little bitty milk bones. He's up there with his claw, gets one out of the box. Doesn't even share with his brother's cereal. Anyway.
I can't. We have no trolls in here. We have. We weren't sure how it would go. There'd be some trolls, but there's not. That's the end of it. Sam, you did it. Girl, you did it. You had your stream. You put it together. Bravo. Bravo.
What was the psychotic backdrop thing?
I don't know. She fails to believe. She doesn't understand that most of the people that are tuning into that don't care to talk to her or dialogue with her. They're just there for the drama.
Yeah.
They're there watching. Just look around at other communities. They're saying, "Hey, you ever heard of that Sam Telford?" Yeah. Do you see what that ATX does to her? For whatever reason, she's just ATX had been in the hospital for 3 days. Sam just blabbing away.
I don't know who was more pissed off I was in the hospital, Sam or Trisha.
Really?
Yeah. Trisha's always looking for something to get her admitted. You know what I mean? Because they won't keep her when she tries to go to the psych hospital because they know her. You know what I mean? They know that she's I pinned it, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly. Oh my gosh.
Yo.
Moxie, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Your during enable. It's my sketch. That's the other thing.
Y'all got
these people are this Robin and Boho and Emma and Moonbear was in there when they were talking about her arguing with Becca on that live stream. Mm-hmm. Moonbear was up in there, and I think
I've heard that somebody told me that Moon's all over there now, all the time.
Well, she was kind of calling her on. Thank you, Moxie, and naturally, I need to be fighting you. Thank you,
Moxie. I mean, you guys, the super chats. Moxie in Montana, look. What you have just then, you are responsible, you two, right there with those 3 super chats, for sending somebody into the stratosphere.
Oh.
Someone is staring, probably watching our stream right now, going with tears rolling down her face.
You know how hard it is when you're budgeting for. You pray that you know you have enough, but you're stressed out. And you're stressed out anyway. And anyway, we're good. We have. But thank you so much.
It's
like,
awesome.
It's all going to. I'm going to get the cans of. On the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know you can get cans of oxygen? No, not whippets or compressed air or anything. It's literally oxygen, and it's not a little mouth thing. Guys, take it to the gym.
Okay. They take it to the gym. I need it or not.
You can get it at CVS. You can get it at Publix. I've never gotten it, but my son said the couple on that side. Yeah, because when you're trying to get used to it.
Moxie's like, I wasn't even thinking about that part of it. Yeah, well.
Here we go. He doesn't understand why we're so high up here. So I am going to sit here and show you this baby Shih Tzu. Now, the Shih Tzu breed is the most popular breed in the United States. Okay. So I can't be copying anybody on a breed. That's the most popular breed in the United States. You did wash your face. Okay? And then we gave him one like 3 days ago. He says, I'm going to the place that I get boarded. I don't stay at the kennel with the locals. The owner takes me home every evening. Right. So that's how that works. I don't stay with the locals. They do. She literally does take them home at night when she watches them. Everybody gets excited. Who are you looking at, going around the light? So cool. Yeah, and then like the stroller. I don't know what the hell's up with the stroller copying thing. It would have to be something like Like, I'm not, because I've had that stroller. I bought that stroller not too long after we moved to Georgia so we could go down and walk at the thing. But you know what I am going to do? When I find myself in an old barbecue pit, I sure the hell am going to paint it and put plants in it. That was a good idea. And I can admit when a good idea is a good idea. And it's a good idea. I also, there was one of those porcelain pedestals. If you do it just right, it'll look cute as a planter. So, there we go.
So, some people throw some stuff into the comment section about what was happening. I promise you, if I'm lying, I'm crying. And I'm not saying if I'm lying, I'm crying because she's been crying. But
I know.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see it.
When he came home, we had something else that we were talking about, plane ticket. Buying plane tickets may be cheap as hell if you go with the right ones, but then you got to pay to freaking take your suitcase on, and you got to pay to use the bathroom.
So you pay $150 to go round trip, and then you pay $80 for your bag. And there's two of them. So.
Okay. So that you have Robin and Andy copied to your. See, that was the thing too. Now, if you'll go in my videos where I said furniture with a beachy theme, right? I painted that. I'm about to put one where I did the desk, but I've been doing this since I was a poor enlisted wife. You got some furniture like cheap, primered it and painted it, and you had a cute.
It's amazing how that happens.
And by all means, if you think I copied you, that's okay. And you know why that's okay? Because I'm a grown-ass woman, and I don't get mad over shit like that.
I mean, when we lived in Texas, the back door. Well, we lived on the second floor. Y'all remember? And the dumpster was, at first glance, was a little bit too close for my liking. You know, the dumpster was. But when anybody would like drag a dresser out there or a coffee table, it'd be like, man, you dragged it up the stairs, refixing it and stuff like that.
But that's what. Is she still streaming us?
Is she? Look, we got $300 in super chats if you're streaming us.
Because I have 2 designated mods that long form while we're live. Just to let you know. Oh, she still is? Okay, just making sure. Andy says, that's another thing that doesn't make sense. They have to come up with another angle. Why would Mandy want her parents and her children to hate her? Why would she want to be all alone? Be creative at least.
I mean, that's it. So the recap.
Until this strike, when it strikes.
So that was, I don't know how many times that I have left that situation that she drag it up. You know, this has got to be about the 6th or 7th month, right?
It's the 4th that I know of that. Oh my gosh, thank you,
Hey,
Tragic.
Montana. Thank you, Tragic.
Thank you. That looks like you, Tragic. Thank you.
It does.
Montana, thank you. Linda, thank you.
Montana, thank you so much. That means when that happens, when I talk to another veteran, Mandy will tell you, hey, Presley, thank you, girl.
Oh my God, Presley.
You guys are amazing. Right now, whoever's streaming us, who's typing the stream right now, they're going,
oh. No, she's laughing at my soya brown. Don't laugh at my soya brown. Don't laugh at my soya brown.
I bet you all those super chats right there would have paid her rent.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Earlier, she was saying she was craving eggplant. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Yeah,
well, she's not to our point yet, but when she gets there, thank you, Presley. Oh my God.
We won't let the devil win.
No, we don't. Not the picture that I posted on our community
Moxie
page.
says it'll take 300 more hours of streaming to get those super chats. Now,
when your boobs will have to be out.
Yeah, she doesn't have those kind of people that watch her, Mom. It's a bunch of angry people.
It is, but the thing is,
tragic. Sam lives rent free with her prisoner.
It's sad what Sam did to y'all. But I know we've talked about that several times, and it's beating a dead horse. But I can't get back to my own damn live stream. Oh, because I'm online. Okay, So she didn't do anything. I know you're talking about planting CP. I know. See, the Carlos is the Voight stuff. Voight fuckery is a whole class in itself, right? Tell me if I'm right.
No, it's right. That's right.
It's a whole thing in itself. But let me tell you what Voight can't figure out. They can't get a damn road mod out if they,
because it's all them.
Well,
they're all of them.
But but it's such an art form that there's no way to do it unless they fuck up for just a second. Am I right, Carlos? To get rid of a rogue mod, someone has to slip.
We were lucky enough
that
that
for just a second.
We were dormant for just long enough with our channel that the rogue mod that we had was showing themselves and using it in other chats.
Well, no, our mod was watching it. As I said, if it's still around, it's going to pop back up right before we go live. And sure enough, it was gone. So, if
Moxie says Paul has hacked her mainframe and has control of her whole computer and all of her social media.
Paula, if that's true, can you please help me get my phone unlocked?
I'm gonna put a hashtag out here real quick.
Look at that. That's amazing, you guys. My hubs is annoyed that with you, we went to Walmart. I couldn't leave without one more baby Yoda stuff. He knows you started my habit of collecting. Aw. We got to decide which the bobbleheads are gonna sell and which ones we're not. You know what I mean?
They're all yours, aren't they?
I thought I saw someone say panda, and I was like, "Get the hell out of here, panda! You freaky." Okay. So she's literally bragging that she has strung longer than 11 hours before. Well, because when you get on your psychotic kick, girlfriend, that's what you do. You can go days.
Well, we have this to look forward to. After about 2 straight days, she'll have to sleep for 4. And then we'll have peace.
I'll tell you what, when I pop in, if you were either in the stream comforting her or whatever, I didn't get jealous. I really didn't. I was like, that's my baby. And he was coming to me.
There are things that
he was on his way
I
to me.
thought about, and I'm not going to mention. There were things that I thought about that have happened to me in my life, right? Things that have happened to me that if they were brought out or if they were exploited, it would bother me. It could bother me. But because of the fact that the things that they could have said about me, that she could have given to Sam for them to talk about, that she knew about, they didn't
Thank you.
Hey, at the end of the day, thank you so much. That those aren't things that she thinks about and puts in her mind. The things that garner empathy for people, even if they're humiliating, even if they're embarrassing, if it's something that garners empathy or attention to somebody else, she doesn't maintain those.
Oh.
She's hardwired just to think about stuff about herself.
Which is pretty incredible.
And I've told you the things that they could touch on if they wanted to. Yeah. And I'm like, she doesn't realize that because she doesn't think like a normal person.
She doesn't.
So
she doesn't. It's an entire different pathology. When her daughter in this clip was not of age yet. She was still a minor. Trisha's literally arguing with her daughter about almost on her level.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is the weirdest argument. Like, you don't pay enough attention to me.
That's the sad thing too, because as a mother, you have this role to kind of teach your children how to act. Trisha's children, both of them, they're fine human beings. They're fine really young adults. And they learn their skills somewhere else.
Yeah.
They learn some of them from me. And I'm not saying that my stepson currently I've had influence in his decisions, but my ex-stepson decided to join the military. Mm-hmm. You know, I came into his life when he was 12 and he decided to join the military. But her children are fine adults that have learned in spite. I had a choice. I could just cut and run. You can't just run away from your parents until you're like, I mean, if your mom, you know, you have to figure out what you're going to do in life. That's where you are.
Right.
Just like my kids were with their mother.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
You know, they're going to go, you know, and learn their skills. And I'm super proud of my kids, and I know you're proud of yours. my ex stepkids that I had a hand in raising for 10 years, I'm proud of what they've become, not of everything that's happened, but what they've become and what they had to do. And I said this a couple of years ago when it came to Becca, before Moon Bear kind of exploited her. And that's what she did.
Well, she kind of clarified today. I'm going to give her points for that.
What?
Moon Bear a little bit today was like, well, why did you put it out there?
Right.
And I'm like, well, why did you put it out there?
Why did you put it out there? The thing is, like, anybody could have done that. And we just chose. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going down that road. But in spite of it all, they're fine kids. They're fine young
and you can
people.
See that today on the clips that even then, Becca was speaking very diplomatically. Mm-hmm. And she said, when she said, she goes, when she was talking about whatever, Becca's like, Sean pays the rent.
Yeah, I know.
She goes, she literally said that.
Before we were on YouTube, it used to be, before the YouTube stuff happened, when we lived on, this is even before the
Tragic Show did.
This is before the rent house. This is when we lived on the canal, right? And every time that she would flip out and pack her shit, she used to grab the kids and take them with her. And finally one day, it was about 2014, finally, my stepson was like, I'm not going with you.
He had school and shit,
right? And he was like, get your stuff. We're leaving. I'm tired of this. We're leaving. And he was like, I'm not going anywhere. My bedroom is here. My computer is here. My home is here. He, talking about me, isn't doing anything wrong. You're freaking out. And that kind of changed a little bit.
It changed the dynamic.
That's when my stepson kind of broke away from that grasp that she had.
Yeah.
And he was about 10th grade.
He sounds like a smart kid.
Yeah, he's a real smart kid.
He sounds like a really smart kid.
And I said a couple of years ago that Becca, when she's ready, when she's strong enough, when she can stand on her own, she will draw her boundary and she'll lead.
It sounds like she has.
Yeah.
For the most part, it sounds like she has.
I'm still friends with her in-laws. Mm-hmm. You know, that's all they ever said to me on the low was like, how long are you going to put up with this shit?
Yeah, and hey, hi there. I think I said hi to you earlier, but I'm not sure. If anybody I missed, I'm saying hi. She was wanting the egg. She said that she gave up the eggplant earlier to stay on live and stream it.
She's going to pay her rent finally. Tragic, like Carlos, she went to go check the restaurant, the restraints on Yaba, who she has tied up. Yeah. And that's another thing to bring up through this whole thing. When Sam decided that she needed us to pay her bills over the next couple of months, she needed content, so she needed us. There's a lot of people in our chat, a lot of people that we talk to, a lot of people that we check in with that we didn't know before.
Yeah.
Tragic's one of them. Alex, that group of people.
I have one that called me today who was having a rough time, and she called me, and I that felt cool. It was it was just I'm having a hard time, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, I can always listen, and that's people don't realize when you think that you have nothing like to offer, even if you listening is all it takes sometimes. You know what I mean? Like that's all it takes. Yep. Is just someone wants to be heard. And I feel like I do that fairly well without being too opinionated during the phone call.
Look at Moxie says, newsflash, the beast now is $15 in super chat. Alert the media, $15 in super chat. Boobs will be coming out soon.
She will. She's going to get desperate. Okay, so you guys, maybe the guys will. I'm going to let my hair grow apart. Actually, I'm going to make it ombre. But anyway, look. This is my natural color at the bottom. You see how much I don't give a fuck what people say or clips that they make? Okay, so this is my natural color. Okay? And then these are the highlights. What I'd like to happen is for it to grow like all the way out. And then they kind of fade it. You know what I'm talking about? Sean's like, I have no freaking idea what you're talking about.
I sleep with my barber, so.
He loves saying that. Anyway, thank you.
It is beautiful.
I've always done different, it's time to let it. But it's because it's my hair and I can have whatever color I want. It doesn't matter whether the queen has that color or my neighbor has that color or I love Sean. It's salt and pepper.
But you know what? It's less pepper than since I've been.
It is. Salt. You're right, though.
Yeah,
you're
I don't have I have gray hair because I'm old, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And I don't say that because I care. I say that as I don't have stress.
We don't have.
I don't have this. I don't have this amount of stress.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do stress and chaos. Yeah, biolage. That's it. I sleep with he tells work that all the time when they're like, Sean, you need a haircut. He's like, well, it's a good thing I sleep with my barber.
Yeah.
That's how I pay.
That's right. I'm just going to tell him, I got no money to pay for this haircut, but you know what's going to happen when it's over.
Yeah. And there's a part where I have to try to get it centered. Like, of course, not like on his leg, but you got to kind of do a little, what do you call it? I don't want to say scissor. That's not right. Maybe scissors.
I know what I was tragic. I think it was the stream. I think it was a live that I was on with you and Eggs. At the end of it, you were playing some La Coca Nostra. Oh, brother. You know that one.
What is that?
It's Everlast. Everlast. Everlasting. Everlast is the rapper, singer, songwriter that I like. And he was in La Coca Nostra.
Oh.
And he was also in, what's the one? Jump Out Your Seat, Jump Out.
I do like that
one. He was in that one too.
But
anyway, yeah, man, good stuff. Yep. I'm tragic. I like Everlast.
Do you know also Sean likes? Sean likes, I can tell Alexa to play it. That one that used to dance with player.
Oh, that's Hot Action Cop. That's different though.
Yeah, I know, but it Fever for the Flavor.
Mike Moody knows Hot Action Cop. That was, but
hey, Double Shot. Yeah, you could. Does anybody know that song here? When there was a lot of when we got together, you did very well, but there was a while that it was time to just kind of decompress and realize that life is okay, and that nothing's. You know what I mean? The other shoes. Well, you could make Alexa play it.
No, I don't want to strike us. I'm just going to show it in my.
Anyways.
There we go.
It's what's the name of the song?
Everlast had a one hit on the radio called "What It's Like."
Oh, I was still talking about the other one.
You mean "Fever for the Flavor"?
Yes.
Oh.
And Sawyer used to. Let's see. We should have a karaoke night. I would love that. Sean can sing. That's the thing.
There's my Everlast catalog right there. My dude.
That's cool. You have a whole lot of songs, way more than me. Remember back when iTunes were only on the B says you're high, Mandy. Heck yeah, you're high. I have no substance because you're making it life at home with Sean. You're bettering yourself being sober. She doesn't stop.
Guess what? We're high on super chats.
Yeah, we're high on something you don't have. But good job cleaning your house so you can start going, oh, look, my house is clean. Oh, look. Love it. I inspired you. And if I inspired you to clean your damn house, okay. Have a good night, Mama Ricky. I wanted to. Okay, nobody's answered about Fever for the Flavor.
Someone
you can't play it.
Cue that up right now, wherever you are. It's called Fever for the Flavor. Feva, F-E-V-A, for the Flavor, F-L-A-V-A. And see if you guys can play it on YouTube or whatever. It's by a band called Hot Action Cop, and this goes back to 2003. Carlos? It's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So. All right, also, Mama Ricky. Have a good one.
The Adderall that she says tapering off of or whatever. There is no tapering off of Adderall. It's just quick way to freak out. So it says addictions who addict shame are non-human bottom feeders. Well, I don't think that she considers herself an addict. That's another song. Tragic. What was that one called? I sent you the one about. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Naturally Vain.
Hey, Naturally Vain. Thank you.
Thank you. I am so excited. And I think that's also kind of why I was crying. I was excited. I was I'm about to. It's hard to think like then after that he's gonna be gone for a while.
I'm just thinking about
he's
when
seen us when me and my son say goodbye.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
This big grown ass, whatever, completely right. He tries to present, then Sean will give him shit like afterwards. He'll be like, "You cry like that when you're hugging your mom?" And Tanner's like, "Shut up."
Like he's saying goodbye to his mother, and they're both bawling. And then he looks at me and goes, "Not a word, not a word, Daddy." Hey.
You women know that you love your kids equally, but that's wrong those relationships with your sons. For most people that are not showing their boobs on the internet and deciding that's more important than that relationship. But anyways, I digress.
Oh, Young Homie, that's what he was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, she sent me Young Homie. I was at work. So every once in a while,
I cried when I heard that.
She sends stuff to me. And I'll just kind of be sitting there in my little workspace or, I'm just kind of looking at my phone. And when you're looking at something and you're going, you start to cry or whatever, you're just like, okay.
That one I
All
wasn't
right.
prepared for. When Tragic was like signing off and do his normal thing and then played that song. And I'm like, or did you start? No, he ended with it. And I was like, oh my God, this has me feeling some kind of way. And I was like, oh my God, y'all are making me cry in the middle of the afternoon. It's a very, very good song.
So the La Coca Nostra song that I like, my favorite La Coca Nostra song is I'm an American.
She looks like she's had 10 cc's of Novocaine. Anyway, go ahead. That was you're Andy. I gotta make sure. Now what'd you say?
They heard me.
I want to hear you.
My favorite La Coca Nostra song is I'm an American. That's the name of it.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah, tries that as a dope track. It is, dude. Now I believe this when I was living in New England. If Josh is still on here, I think that Everlast is from Boston. I'm pretty sure. So when I was living in New England, he was always at like Foxwoods or MGM Grand and stuff like that. And so yeah, I've got to see him a couple times.
I have this right here. We have an afternoon rendezvous.
Yeah.
With the fam.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the fam, and then we're gonna laugh at all the.
Yeah, I was looking. I'm making sure usually I'm streaming from my phone, so got some interesting texts. There's interesting people that you would never suspect that are watching that will send the thing and be like such and such, whatever. Streaming your stream and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, you're watching the stream.
That's what like there's people that I hadn't heard from in a long time.
You got
I hadn't heard from in a long time that when you don't talk to somebody for a couple of years and they're in the text things or in the DMs, they go way down to the bottom together. But
explain that. I want you to explain how she says you have no friends on Facebook.
Well,
when you're done,
yeah.
When you're done with that, then
there were people that I hadn't said hey to in 2-3 years that were like, I heard about that stream that's going on over there. Stay strong. Just don't worry about it. Remember, consider the source of it. And what I'm alluding to is the whole drama community, how they really nobody vibes with Sam. None of them do. Nobody wants to. And yeah, because she is a psycho, and that's bad for Yaba. That's not good for Yaba.
Her name's not connected to anything positive. Nothing positive. Nothing. Kind of like the Onslow County Courthouse knows that other one. I did. It says, yes, you checked on me twice this past week and today. I love you, man. Jocelyn, I think of you. I think of all of you that I'll check up on how you're doing if you're having a hard time, or even if I just haven't heard from you in a while. I definitely will check in.
So Slane from La Coca Nostra, he's in recovery.
Is he?
Yeah, so I didn't know that. There's a dude that if you guys remember last year when Mandy and I got COVID and one of my coworkers passed away. I had no idea he was in recovery.
No, you didn't.
He was very, very hard on me when I was at the job. He was always like pushing me to get it and all that. And I got along with him, but I did not know until his funeral
Mm-hmm.
when all these people that he was in recovery with came to it. And I think one of them said that, he fought so hard to get clean.
Yeah.
And he died this way.
Yeah.
He died of COVID. So anyway, I had no idea. And I would have probably made sure that I would have gotten to know him a little better.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, there happens a lot where people don't you don't know, and when you find out that someone is in recovery.
And the thing about it is there's a lot of people that I work with that party and do certain things, and they were really good friends with them. He didn't judge them. He just knew he couldn't do it.
Yeah. That's what I always say. I'm always like, better you than me.
He knew that his chemistry would not allow him to party like that, but he still was able to. It was different because when you work there, it's not like you see each other every day and you work your ass off, and then you go to your life. I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
So you can have a good relationship with somebody that doesn't revolve around that.
Well, and that's interesting because when they were remember this was the first IV they put. Which one did they start first? Yours? Yeah, this time. But they were checking for.
No, you were okay. So it was this one first. So it would be this one.
And the guy. Okay, well, whenever they got to this one, the guy said that was putting it in. He said, "That's very."
Hey, cool. Nelson.
How long you got? And I was like, "How long I got?" And they're like, "Sober." And I was like,
"Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was." And that was this arm. That would have been this arm.
This, though, for those people who don't know, this is the AA triangle, and it's got the flames, and the phoenix is coming out of. It's hard to show. I should have had it done the other way. The phoenix is coming out of the flames, and it says, "Still I rise." And that you don't ever put a date on it because that will.
You'll sabotage
Gigi, thank you.
Hey, Gigi, appreciate you, girl.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We'll put lots of pictures up, and you don't have to.
So what's that other really cool tattoo you got on your other?
So on my other arm, and stone cold sober, because I had to have this one covered up, right? Because it said my ex-husband's name, and I thought I looked really awesome, so I had that one covered. That's the most I showed my boobs, even for super chat.
I was about to say, oh Lord, boobs were about to come out.
But I had when Sean, I love Sean, but I also like his name, and I like.
Yes, I'm not going to repeat your name, but we can see you. Look. You're not going to get me to say it.
I loved his name, and I've always wanted this arrow. But some people do through the arrow, they'll do breathe or something, and it makes like when it gets to the end.
Nelson, yeah, I'm a Tupac fan. Yes.
You should get one double shot. So I did this, but it was what I didn't realize is actually right this moment. Is there's no connection here. It's supposed to be like one solid whatever.
It doesn't connect. Yes, it does.
It doesn't connect.
Oh, you need to get that then.
Yeah, see, it's not connect. The S and the E aren't connected. And you can call it grade school tattoo all the time or whatever. It's your ankle looks like a prison tattoo, straight up done with a broken up.
I think it was kind of like.
Sean doesn't even know what the fuck.
I don't know what it is, and I think she tried to explain it. It was like some like a Chinese buffet menu, and it said like $6.99 fish that way.
You're lying.
That way.
Did you? Oh God, that's so gross. That's so nasty. It looks like someone took one of those little shards of toothpaste and made. Yeah. So anyway, because I thought, why not? Got it right here, got it covered. And they're like, well, which one would you like next?
You guys knew that story.
And Pirate and Savage, when I sent them a picture, I knew what they were going to say. They're like, girl, no. I think Pirate was even like, that's so stupid.
It took up because it takes up your whole arm.
And I always get hives. Has anybody else ever heard of that getting hives when you get a tattoo? This is from, you know how this happened? I scratched myself in the woods. Mm-hmm. I decided to go pick up trash. There's like leaves this thick.
I'm telling you guys, when she gets to feeling some kind of way, there's like I don't want to get slapped, but like it gets to be like that time of the month, or she's feeling depressed or whatever. Tramping off into the woods, cleaning up the whole neighborhood.
I don't beat anybody up, but when I'm having a cycle, my cycles aren't bad though, just because I do keep the main thing with.
They're not
They're not dramatic.
They're not like big long cycles. They're you have a couple of hardcore days where you got to check out, and then you're back.
And the thing is, I know enough to say I'm having a problem with depression, and I'm not sensitive about it. Like if someone says, "Well, you're depressed," well, duh.
Yeah.
But I keep do the next right thing. I'm like, okay, if I wasn't so depressed, I feel like laying in bed and doing nothing. Well, I guess I would get up and, you know what I mean? Like, I would do what I normally do.
That's part of it, though. And like for me, I'm so connected to Mandy that when she has those bouts of time, a couple days where she check out, I don't know what to do with myself. I used to get kind of angry about it. Not really at her, but I would be angry because I'd be frustrated. It was frustration, but anger.
Because we literally, love each other.
I don't do well, and I don't understand why I can't make it better.
Yeah,
I can't make it better, and I can't because most of the time we just
diamonds will make it better.
Diamonds?
No, I'm just kidding. No, go ahead. You're saying
Ulta
a lot of times too. You'll lay with me.
Yeah, I mean that's really.
And he'll lay with me and just know he's there. But it's not so crippling that it lasts. Like if I was working right now, it wouldn't. No, my hygiene isn't affected by it.
Right.
There's some
That's
people
true.
that when they have severe depression, their hygiene lacks. Whatever. Right now, I'm getting ready for the dog sale.
UPC code. Oxy said what's it like for a tattoo?
Some people get QR codes.
Yeah.
And when you do it, it's their entire, their personal, their website, but it's producing themselves as the pictures, whatever it is. I'm like,
this is mine. I'm the biggest.
And if people who don't think they're not putting microchips in newborns,
yeah, boobs are out. Boobs are out.
How do you stay so tan, without, you have, the lightest color eyes, but your skin is like an olive?
Because I work outside in the elements.
Yeah, sure. You
did
for a long time. So my theory, and I don't think if we talk about her 20, I'll sure be talking about you. I'm just kidding. That most recent that she's acquired. Here's the thing. First of all, she's not just naming it Sunny out of the blue. That dog for the name Sunny, it was already answering to it. She's either adopted it for another prop. She's dog sitting. But why is it that there's always this big dramatic story when she rescues the dog? She never just says, "Oh, this dog was at PetSmart for adoption. It was so cute." Oh my God, it's always got to be this. It was in the closet, and I had to.
It was freezing,
and I had to go down the walls on a thing, and I said, "I'm taking this dog."
The breaths went down from 12 a minute to 4 a minute.
I'm like, why can't you just say, "Yeah, I saw a dog at PetSmart. I went ahead and adopted it." Why to always be dramatic? It was running down the beach, and it was dragging its chain with a big cinder block behind it.
I almost didn't save it because I know it wanted me.
and then Sean Sean wanted me to die. I mean, it was like, push that dog on.
And that Sean took that cinder block and tied it around my ankle and threw me off the pier. And that dog jumped after me. And I knew I had to save the dog then.
What? Your hat's coming apart. Yeah, sorry, but they're not always a dramatic story. And it's not exclusive to her. It's pretty much all over. MFW's famous for it too. I was watching one of her Miss Effin' Nobody's, replays them. Do you know that she was talking about she needed to get some stuff filled out? She goes, and also that reminds me, in Indie Girl, I need to get yours out to the right address. Gosh, that was a date. That was like Christmas, wasn't it? How long ago did that happen?
Katie, it's April.
When she sent it to the wrong address, but really, she had sent it wrong. When was that? And she goes, I need to send it to the right address today. What? How long ago was that? She doesn't, and then she doesn't pay all the postage, so they have to pay it when they pick it up. And then they have to pay for it. If they want their shit right then, they have to pay the difference. I'm like, oh my gosh, the things I never knew. I'm sorry, these schools, I love them, but they're hard as a rock. They were still in the box at the thrift shop, not put together. They're from Target. They're $120 stools. Can you imagine that? But then this right here, is from Hobby Lobby, and it just so happened that it matched, so I could have a little buffet station. If you want to think of funeral home looking, well, the funeral homes that I've been to are not so drab. They're about a celebration of life, not about drab.
Guys, I can't think, and yes. This
Judas, wait, where's Jude?
Huh?
She said Jude seems so sweet. Someone said
she's in here somewhere.
Jude wins the prize. I think she was born in 54. Oh, okay, just age-wise.
Hey, YouTube rejects. I was lurking today.
I catch some of Katie's stuff on hers too. She's got amazing insight into that. She is not easily trolled.
No.
She's not easily trolled.
YouTube rejects been around for a while, I think.
Well, she used to have a different name.
Right, but I mean, you can tell the people that have been here for something.
Any plans on possibly coming to the Boyd community? You're invited to the Steve Billings Asylum tomorrow. Okay.
You know what? Remember I was telling you that every once in a while,
okay,
Steve Billings will at me or at us.
Wow. Is the Beast invited? You better have better seating than.
I'll drop in on that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
There was somebody that he had on there that despises us. I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
Jenny Gingin.
It might have been.
Oh, can someone tell me why Jenny Gingin hates me? Jenny Gingin, you can even tell me why. I'm just curious what happened because I thought like we were cool and then all of a sudden I said hi one time in a chat.
How is
tell me to fuck off.
How is G Mango's doing?
I don't know.
I about 3 months ago I know that he was still doing his thing and is he still doing his thing? G Mango, is he still doing it?
Yeah, remember that just got back from the cruise?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know they had 5 days with no air conditioning in their cabin?
Oh my gosh.
So they were cruising up and down the coast of Mexico.
He broke a hip, they said. Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, stitching, but there was a second where a lot of the DC were in there, and I think that a lot of the drama community was in there.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people left it alone when Savage and Abe started fighting. I think people kind of went there, back into their separate communities.
The one thing I will give for him is he was always like, as long as you're cool in here, I can't entertain.
Yeah, but he would bait some stuff. I mean, it's whatever. It's drama.
It's all drama. Like we always say, everybody loves drama till they are the drama.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can maintain being the drama.
Moxie, they're talking about G Mango.
I don't know if Moxie would know who.
She probably does.
I haven't seen him in a while. I used to have to, it never came up as recommended. I would have to, go. I remember when he lost his monetization. I was like, bado.
Yeah. He used to have to mod up everybody. He had a rogue mod in there.
Yeah, he had a rogue mod.
So
now they have a different way to mod, I guess. You're either a standard mod or you're a mod. That's the only way you can be a managing mod. I don't know. It's weird. We're all invited. Okay.
Over there. Is it tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. We can do that tomorrow night.
You have to get up early.
As long as I'm in bed by midnight.
By midnight.
We do need to wrap it up.
We do need to.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna
look at this.
Make sure I have the notifications on for that.
And for those of you who seem to have a serious problem that I like to touch my ear and my scalp, once again, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I don't care.
You can fuck off.
Don't care. People are like, well, you wouldn't mention it if you really didn't care. No. I really don't care.
Guys, anyway, thank you guys.
Thanks
for the love,
Karen. Thanks
for the love. When I say that, I mean thanks for the super chats. You guys are amazing.
And for being here.
It really kind of puts a nice little cherry on top of everything. Sam Telfer will roll out of her coffin at some point in the morning. Did they go live? You big old lie. Let me see. Well, shit. Yeah, girl.
Yep.
They came out and paid them last night.
Yep. And and that's why I don't watch it, because that's exactly what she sounds like.
You know.
And she's like, interesting. I have questions. Well, write them all down on a loose leaf sheet of paper. Well, I guess that's what she does. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic night. Again, thank you for the support, not just the monetary support, that helps tremendously, but also just laughing and being here and having fun with us. People take this way too seriously.
I mean,
people don't need to resort to going and getting family members' pictures off Facebook and shit like that. That's just dumb.
When they get together,
keep it on here.
When a couple of psychos get together and start to drag, they got to consider the source. I'm still looking around for a thought that I give about it.
Yeah.
I said it once, I said it a million times. All that does is link those two together. And when two psychos get together, crazy stuff happens, but it's all right. It's all good.
And a couple criminals.
Yep.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you. And
the word of the night is freedom of information. Fact.
And then they're like, she's supposedly sending all your records to Sam so she can read it. Hell, do you want me to send them to you? We did find a briefcase in the shed today that had some interesting things in it.
Huh.
What did Sean's briefcase have in it? Y'all have a good night.
Peace, y'all.
And whether you're watching us now, watching us later, or reviewing us,
there's going to be a whole lot of people on the other side that maybe watch this morning. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.